Have you ever wondered what really drives a woman's heart crazy without her being able to resist? Today, I'm going to reveal to you the 7 forbidden facts that 99.9% of men never realize, and that can completely transform your power of attraction. If you're tired of feeling ignored, confused, or trapped in that emotional game where it seems like she has all the control, know that feminine psychology applied to attraction and relationships holds secrets that few men dare to master. And that's exactly what you'll discover now. Understanding the female mind is not an inaccessible mystery. There are emotional codes, silent signals, gestures, and attitudes that, when you decipher and apply strategically, make any woman feel an inexplicable connection with you. It's not about beauty, status, or money. It's about emotional language, psychological domain, and magnetic presence, all based on unfiltered feminine psychology. You need to understand that, in the game of true emotional attraction, what irresistibly seduces a woman are invisible elements: the mystery you create, the emotional authority you effortlessly convey, the way you awaken deep feelings without having to say a single word. Most men get lost trying to impress by what they say, but the men who truly conquer do it by how they make them feel. If you've always wanted to have subtle control of the situation, become unforgettable, leave her thinking about you without understanding why, then what you'll learn today will change the way you act forever. Mastering feminine psychology applied to relationships is the key that separates ordinary men from irresistible men, those who arouse desire, admiration, and even emotional obsession. Get ready, because each fact I reveal will unlock a new level of understanding about female behavior, practically, emotionally, and strategically. It doesn't matter if you felt rejected, insecure, or frustrated before. From now on, you'll have the right tools to turn the game in your favor, using only the secrets that they would never have the courage to tell you. And if you've come this far, it's because, deep down, you know that you were born to play at another level, to understand women from the inside out and conquer them emotionally and strategically, no longer by chance, but by intelligence. You are already a few steps ahead of most just by seeking this hidden knowledge of feminine psychology applied to relationships. Now, I want to invite you to be part of a select group. Men who do not accept being ordinary, who no longer want to live in doubt or insecurity. Men who decide to understand, dominate, and awaken the right emotions in a woman, without cheap tricks, without desperation, but with true attitude and strategy. If you feel like you are part of this brotherhood, write here in the comments, "I command the connection," or "I awaken real emotions." I want to see who is really ready to go beyond the surface. Every comment strengthens this secret community we are creating. Men who no longer accept being ignored or treated as an option. Men who choose to be remembered, desired, respected. And if you want to be part of this transformation, don't forget to leave your like now and subscribe to the channel, because this is how you show, first to yourself, that you are committed to your emotional evolution and, consequently, to your personal and financial ascension as well. The more you understand what activates the female mind, the more power you have, and that power changes your entire life, far beyond relationships. Be one of the few who master the art that 99.9% still ignore, because whoever understands feminine psychology never return to the common game. If you understand these 7 forbidden facts that I am going to reveal now, your ability to attract, hold, and emotionally dominate a woman will change forever. This is because most men still try to please, desperately seeking attention, while the few who know the true feminine psychology apply silent strategies that affect women's minds and hearts, without needing to beg for love or approval. Today, you will begin to see the game from another angle. You will see what she feels but will never confess to you, and learn to use the invisible power that transforms desire into a deep and irresistible connection. Understanding how to awaken genuine feelings is the first step to never being ignored, exchanged, or forgotten again. It is through feminine psychology that you create, emotionally and strategically, an impact that most will never achieve. It's not about what you say, but about what you make her feel when you're around. And these feelings, if activated correctly, make her see you as unique, different from everyone else who tries and fails. Each fact that I will share is like a key that opens a secret door in her mind. A door that, once opened, makes her associate her presence with the need to have you close by. Get ready to dive into this knowledge that few have mastered. The emotional mastery that you will learn here is not only used to conquer, but to create a rare type of magnetism that attracts, holds, and retains loyalty in an emotionally intelligent way. These are strategies that activate the deepest feminine instincts, something that cannot be explained with words, only meaning. And the most powerful thing is that, by mastering these principles, you stop being just one in the crowd and become an emotional experience that they cannot forget. Therefore, I want to see who is really committed to living this transformation. If you feel that you are part of the men who think and act strategically, who want to understand the female mind and use this to build real and irresistible emotional connections, write in the comments, "I activate hidden emotions," or "I am the secret that she cannot resist." Your participation is what strengthens this community of men who seek more than superficial techniques. Enjoy the video and sign up now to prove to yourself that your change has already begun and that you are ready to truly master feminine psychology. One of my students told me something that you may have felt too. He looked at me and said, "I did everything right. I said the right things. I sent messages at the right times. I was available. But still, it was like I was invisible to her." This phrase kept echoing in my head because it sums up the silent mistake that thousands of men make every day. It's not about getting everything right on paper. It's about generating the right emotions, those that are invisible to the eye, but devastating to her heart. When he applied the second forbidden fact that I will show you later today, the change was so quick that it seemed unbelievable. In less than a week, that woman who treated him like someone else started looking for him, sending him messages for no reason, making up excuses to see him. The difference was in the way he, emotionally and strategically, began to provoke feelings that she could not control. This is where true feminine psychology applied to attraction comes into play. You need to understand that the female mind reacts not to logic, but to deep emotion. A man who knows how to activate emotional desire becomes unforgettable, even without having to make big gestures. The key is subtlety, strategy, the way you plant ideas and sensations in her unconscious. What my student learned, and what you will also learn, is that conquering a woman emotionally is not a game of strength, nor of insistence, but of silent intelligence. You touch something inside her that she herself doesn't understand, but feels. And when a woman feels it without being able to explain it, she holds on. Now, I want you to think about the woman in your thoughts. Imagine if, in a few days, she starts to remember you before she even opens her eyes in the morning. Imagine her missing what you haven't even experienced yet. That's the kind of emotional mastery we're building here. If you are ready to be part of this transformation, comment now. "I awaken invisible emotions," or "I am the presence that cannot be forgotten." Your participation is not just to engage, it is to establish an internal commitment to this new reality that you are about to create. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and get ready, because the next revelation will open a portal within her that few men can access. Now that you understand the difference between acting right and acting, strategically, it's time to dive into the forbidden facts that change the game forever. And the first of them is the power of sensual mystery. Women can't resist men who create an emotional void, who leave room for doubt, for curiosity, for that feeling of, "Is he thinking about me?" When you show yourself to be 100% predictable, when you deliver all the cards at once, without mystery, you become disposable, like anyone else she has ever deciphered. Sensual mystery is not just about silence. It's about creating a presence that provokes more questions than answers. It's about making her want to discover more, want to understand you, want to conquer you. This feeling of enigma is one of the most powerful weapons within feminine psychology applied to attraction. Next, we enter the language of indirect touch. It's not about touching directly, nor about seeking contact in an obvious way. It's about teasing in the air, a look that lasts half a second too long, a smile she can't decipher, an accidental touch that ignites a subtle shock on her skin, small gestures that make her heart race, without her being able to explain why. This technique activates the emotional pulse without raising its defenses. Indirect touch is a strategic art that works on the unconscious, and few men know how to use it truly. The third fact is about emotional authority. A man who has mastered feminine psychology understands that he does not need to seek approval, praise, or validation. He is the prize. When you silently reverse this emotional dynamic, she feels the desire to win you over. This inversion creates an emotional dependence where, without realizing it, she begins to invest more, think more, want more. A man with emotional authority is naturally magnetic because he exudes an energy of security and inner power that is irresistible. Moving on to the fourth forbidden fact, the secret of small calculated slights. Strategic feminine psychology teaches that ignoring a message from her, on purpose for a few hours, without justification, generates more longing and emotional tension than any perfect conversation. Thoughtful absence is a strong presence in the female mind. She begins to fill in the empty spaces with imagination, and when imagination takes over, desire grows explosively. And finally, we come to one of the most secret techniques: how to plant subconscious thoughts. By releasing specific light phrases, said at the right time, you plant an emotional memory within it. A phrase like, "I don't know why, but it's so easy to like you," keeps resonating in a woman's mind for days, activating memories and emotions without her consciously realizing it. The power of this technique is invisible, but absolutely devastating when used sincerely and strategically. Now I want to know, are you ready to master these techniques and get out of the average? So comment now, "I am the mystery she wants to decipher," or "I am the prize she wants to win." Your participation here is more than a comment, it is your signature in this commitment to become emotionally strategic. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow through, because the next part will further deepen her ability to be the presence she can't erase from her mind. There is something that few men truly understand. The true attraction a woman feels for you is never logical. You can try to explain, rationalize, argue, and the more you try to do this, the more distant she will become. The female mind does not respond to what is logical. It responds to what is emotional, what deeply touches your most hidden feelings. The woman feels it first, and only later, if she wants, does she try to justify this feeling. That's why men who try to be perfect in words, in programmed gestures, end up being forgotten, while those who awaken real emotions become unforgettable. Your goal should never be to impress her conscious mind. Your true objective, what makes you strategically irresistible, is to activate what she feels without her being able to explain it. It's causing that invisible heat in her chest, that pleasant restlessness, that involuntary memory that appears without warning while she brushes her hair, works, or lies down to sleep. When you understand these deep emotional dynamics, you stop competing with other men for the same old predictable paths. You begin to build something much more powerful. An emotional presence that leaves a mark, that remains, that becomes a silent need. Today, throughout this video, you understood why some men remain trapped in the female mind forever, while others simply disappear from memory as if they had never existed. And if you've come this far, it's because you know there's something bigger waiting for you. Now, if you want to learn how to make her desperately look for you without even realizing she's doing it, then you need to continue this journey with me. In the next video, we will open up even deeper layers of strategic, feminine psychology, those that few men have access to, but that make all the difference between being one or the only one. And before you leave, I want to make a special invitation. If you feel like you are part of this group of men who are determined to become emotionally irresistible, comment below, "I create silent impact," or "I am the presence she misses." Your interaction further strengthens this secret community that we are forming, of men who think and act differently. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel now, because the next revelations will transform your power of attraction definitively, and you won't want to miss out.